Hey everybody, this is Lorelia. Okay, I'm back. I had to pause for a second. I had to change the title. I had an old title. But today, if it is changed, I don't know. But today I'm talking about the importance of belief and mindset when it comes to business funding. And the reason why I wanted to have a conversation about this topic. But before I go into what I want to talk about today, my name is Lorelia, just in case you don't know, not new to the conversation of what I'm going to talk about today, which is credit, business credit. I have been talking about this topic for many years, so I'm not new to the conversation. And if you're new to me, understand that I help real estate investors leverage six figures in funding when it comes to business credit and business funding. And so, with me giving you that introduction, I want to just say that last week I did a 3-day masterclass. And in that masterclass, I talked about the foundation and the principles about funding. And and as I was talking about that, I really went through a lot of the how to's. During that masterclass, I literally gave my framework, my blueprint of that I have used to help my clients get access to business funding to invest in real estate. And so the reason why I say it's a framework that I created and I know that works is because with me having experience in this area of funding and real estate and how the two come together, I'm not just making this up. So if you were able to watch that masterclass, you literally could have taken that framework and applied it to your real estate business to be able to get you funding. But this is what I know most people will not do that. Most people will not do that because a lot of people are already trying to get over the mere fact of the six figures in funding. They do not know what that is. They don't know what it looks like. For many people, and a lot of people will try to compare what's in the marketplace. So for me, with my framework and how I help real estate investors, six figures in business funding is not one credit card. It's not trying to magically figure out what credit score, what credit report, what credit card will give you the ability to get six figures in funding. That is only possible for someone who already has seasoned trade lines already reporting on their credit report. It is not going to happen for the person who has low credit trade lines in terms of tier four credit cards. So they're not going to go from a tier four place and then automatically go to six figures in funding. That's not how that happens. But a lot of people think that's what it is. And so I've already, talked about in other videos, and I'm going to touch on it here, is that business funding is not some magical source of money. It's not some money that, if you just have an LLC, you're going to just magically get that money. And so what I share with my clients is the ability to create a capital stack of different forms of funding to help you to get to your desired outcome. Because at the end of the day, the desired outcome should be to invest in real estate. That's if you are leveraging credit to invest in real estate. If you are that person who is just looking for funding, then maybe one credit card will do. Maybe that's all you need. But with that being said, we're in a time and place now where technology is making all the decisions. In other videos, I'm going to talk about a lot of the things that I touched on during the master class. And one of those things is the AI component of FICO. One of the AI components of FICO is automatic underwriting. And I'm not going to go through it in this video, but it's just to tell you that you're not going to trick yourself into six figures in funding. And so the fact that you're not going to trick yourself into six figures in funding, you're not going to trick the system, all those things that may have worked in the past, mark my word, 2023, February the 1st, as I filmed this video, you're not going to be able to do those things in the next coming years. So with that being said, there's a wealth transfer that is going to take place, whether you believe it, whether you're aware of it, whether you even know that it's possible, it is going to take place. My question to you, will you be in that number? Will you be in that number? And the reason why I say, will you be in that number, is because in the framework that I shared last week, I literally showed people what they need to do, how they need to position themselves, their business, so they can even be in the number to get business funding. Because business funding is just a clear case of figuring out what it is that the lenders want and putting yourself in position to be able to get it. The thing that what stops people is they don't believe that it's possible. And what do I mean? And that's what this topic is today. Belief and mindset. Last week I touched on that when you lack revenue, receivables in real estate, a lender has to look at something. And personal credit is the piece that they have to look at. And so for some people, that is a place that a lot of people don't want to deal with. And so that's where belief comes in, because many people don't really believe that if they just put their head down for a year, that they can be in a different place than they were at the time when they're saying, I'm looking for business funding. See, in 2023, you don't have to look for business funding. It ain't hiding. It's there. I went right on the internet last week, went on to Google, put in on the Google search. If you're looking for business funding, put in the search. It's not hiding. You don't have to be saying, I'm looking for business credit. It's there. But what you need to ask yourself, are you and your business in position to get the funding? And that's where the mindset and the belief comes from. Because most people won't do what's necessary to just put themselves in the number. To say, okay, I'm looking to get this amount of funding. I see that the lender is looking for this and looking for that. Let me go get to work to be able to do what is necessary for me to get the funding. It's that simple. But most people don't even believe that's possible. They really think that there's a trick to it. Nah. That can't be it. That can't be it. And I always say, you have to leverage something. You're either going to have to leverage someone else's resources, You're going to have to either leverage your resources, which is your personal credit, or you're going to have to leverage yourself, your business, because it's not a giveaway. And when you shift from business funding, business credit is not a giveaway, and that is just a strategy, a funding strategy in order for you to accumulate capital. That's where the mindset and the shift comes from. Because most people, and I've said this to clients, just because you're not running your business like a business, I've said this to clients, I've said this to prospects, lenders, those who you're trying to get capital from, they're running their business like a business. So they need to know, are you even in a position to even get the funding? I was on Facebook earlier today. And of course, sponsor ads are all in, Facebook timeline. I use them myself too. And there was a particular lender and they were providing funding. And the questions that were asked in the comments were really interesting. And a person asked, okay, well, how long do you have to be in business? And the person asked, what's the requirements? This particular company said, you need to at least be in business for 6 months and have 10K in revenue. There you go. There you have it. They give you their requirements. All up and down the comments, people are asking other questions. I've only been in business for 60 days. I don't have any revenue. I have 10K in revenue, but it's accumulation throughout 6 months. They're coming up with all these things. When the person or the company in the ad says these are the requirements, when the question was asked, what's the requirements? They listed the requirements. People are everywhere. It's right there. So it's either one or two things. It's either people just don't want to read, or they don't want to really do what it takes to get to their desired outcome, if funding is it. And I think that the reason why there's a mismatch in this is where a person wants to go, this is what's required for them to get there, is really their belief in even thinking that it can even happen or that it can even get done. Because historically, individuals who look like me, male or female, have been systematically left out of certain conversations, certain opportunities, certain matters, especially in the realm of economics, in the realm of capital, in the realm of credit, in the realm of real estate. And so the fact that individuals who look like me have been kept away from those things, now that the doors are open, the floodgates are open. There's no secret. There's no, let me figure out how this is going to work. Everything is available to you. There's still a disconnect for some people that credit, access to funding can be their oyster. I say this to clients all the time. Lenders are lending. Like it ain't nobody not giving you the opportunity to get access to anything. It is all there available to you. The only thing that is missing in the disconnect is the ability to do the necessary work that is needed to get to the desired outcome if funding is your thing. And that is why belief is important. This week, me personally, I attended a live workshop online. It was 3 days from Friday to Sunday. And during the workshop, the presenter spent a lot of time helping individuals bridge the belief that is needed to even believe that it's possible for them to do what they want to do. And just in case if you're interested, if you want to know, it's in the realm of distress debt, of investing in distress debt. I've told you this numerous times on this channel. That is an area of real estate that I invest in. Have videos that go all the way back to 2018, of me talking about those men. So this is not nothing new. But during the workshop, the presenter, the facilitator, talked about that is the main thing that is holding individuals back. That's the main thing. It's not the opportunity, because literally the blueprint was given. But how many people are going to take action? The reason why many people won't take action is because the work that is necessary. I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, the days are gone. The days are gone when you think you're going to get high credit approvals, high funding amounts just by tricking your way there. Oh, what credit score do I need to be able to get this particular credit report? I mean, get this particular credit card. Them days are over. I know I don't talk about it on this channel because literally last week I went into the things that lenders look at in order to get the approvals. That's not necessary. That's not necessary, because that's why it's a hit or a miss for some people. That's why a person can be on a social media platform, whether it's YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, or whatever, and say, hey, I got this credit card. My credit score was this. I know they pulled this report and I got this approval. And then you go try it and you're thinking, oh, wow, I got that credit report. I got that credit score. You know, I'm going to go right and, and try to apply for that credit card, and then you're left empty handed. So, what's the difference between the person who tells you if you want this particular credit card, you have to have this credit score, they give you all your requirements, going to pull this credit report. And then you look, you like, okay, check, 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 check. And then you go and try it and it doesn't work. That's what I'm talking about, the disconnect, because people don't know what it is that the lender is looking at. Went through all that last week. Did a deep dive, broke down the FICO report. I'm not talking about the credit bureaus, because the credit bureaus have the information and FICO does the scoring. And so anything that you are trying to get access to when it comes to lending, credit, funding, or what have you, the decision is made by FICO. I pointed that out on the website last week. You go to FICO.com, not my FICO, FICO.com. It says 90% of lenders use FICO. So when you understand what is necessary, know that it's more than just 3 credit scores, it's 28. Do the necessary work, put your head down. The shift will eventually happen. The shift will happen. Because mark my word, ladies and gentlemen, as I film this video, changes are coming down the pipeline. I was looking at the other day, and I'm going to share it here online, of a webinar that I did with FICO back in 2019. In 2019, they were already saying that a recession was coming. Now, 2019 was before the pandemic. Of course, it was before 2023, and FICO was already saying that a recession was on the horizon. And in that PowerPoint slide, they talked about all the economic factors that supported how they know that. And the fact that they know that, they're helping lenders and those who provide any type of resources to consumers, helping these companies protect their bottom line by them having all this technology, software research, things that bore people. Why do I say all that? Because I know for some people, I'm probably just like, "Wah, wah, wah, wah." Why do I say all this? I say all this to say it is much bigger than what most people think it is. It's not to scare you, it's just to understand that if you just put the necessary things that are required for you to get the approvals that you want, it can happen for you. It can happen for you. So, once again, ladies and gentlemen, if you want access to that workshop, that masterclass that I did it live on YouTube, and I think I streamed it some other places, but it's not available privately, but you can get a copy of it. It was free. Go to www.diycredithub.com. Understand that is the basics of funding for real estate investors, is the basics. Because many people, if you're still operating in that space of I'm trying to get funding, I need to get funding, then you need to understand, you need to learn the basics, because ain't nobody keeping you from funding. It's right at your fingertips. But what is keeping you away is your ability to get approved, your ability to understand what is necessary for you to get approved. And you also need to understand, how do you as a person play a large part in getting business funding. And I know it ain't what people want to hear. They want to believe that it's just an LLC. I get it. It sounds good. It's just some net 30s. I get it. A paydex score, virtual address. All those things is good. Yeah, yeah, yeah. If all those things work, then why are we even talking about the price of eggs? Why are we even talking about the price of eggs? Because if that's the case, nobody would care about the price of eggs, because they could just take their LLC down to the local bank and get a $50,000 line of credit. But once again, I'm making fun and making mockery of a lot of the things that are out there in the marketplace. But once again, this is Aurelia. Leave your thoughts. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next video.